Well, hello there guys, welcome back to our Carthage Let's Play as we try to get victory as Hannibal Barca. And I'll be quite frank with you, this has been a tough battle, it really has been. I expected an easy fight against the Spanish, but it's clear to me that these Spanish, they are actually quite talented warriors. We also took Governor difficulty, which may or may not have been the best idea in the world. Let's go ahead and attack, come on boys. Ooh, 185, they fragmented us. As you can imagine, not good. We've also got some fragmented light infantry units here, and some of our units that just can't attack at all because they're either engaged in combat or they've already fled the field. So we've got a lot of basically a difficult situation, period. Attacking here would win us absolutely nothing. At the same time, if we just stay put, we're going to get shot down by the enemy. I think we're going to have to deal with getting shot down. Let's end the turn. Let's hope things work out for us. Let Mars bless us and hope for the best. Alright, as you can see, we're actually chasing some enemy units with one of our elephants. I would love to get that elephant back soon, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Alright, nice missile attack from the enemy. They've got some slingers here they're going to use against our elephants. And, of course, they're auto-breaking that unit. That doesn't surprise me at all. We need to hold on the rest of the battlefield, though. I mean, that's going to be the only way that we can get a victory here as Hannibal. Once again, they're going to go for some throws. But what about here? Now, once again, our men held firm, but I'm surprised that their men are actually getting a better attack there against our men. It's kind of frustrating. What about here? 150. We disrupted them. That's a start for sure. And we fragmented them. That's a big start. Now, we've got to keep on moving through, and we've got to move quickly, or we're not going to have another chance to beat these guys. 155. The enemy held firm, but once again, we're doing a lot of damage in this left part of the battlefield. I guess westernmost part of the battlefield would be more appropriate. Here we go. Let's charge with our general, Hannibal. Come on, Hannibal. And we've broken the enemy unit. Beautiful. Now Hannibal's going to be chasing him. He's actually managed to get rid of some of the enemies, or at least evade them. And look at that. He's going for a flank attack on the enemy infantry unit, guys. They did hold firm, but that is a huge plus to us. Unfortunately, attacking these guys would be, well, basically certain death. So we need to hope that Hannibal can cut these guys down himself. And I do think he's capable, but is he ready? That's another question, my friends. All right, let's move these guys here. I'm going to go ahead and get some spears on the back of these men. Well, some javelins. Good throw, guys. Really great. You just made my day. Let's move these guys in. I already want to start damaging the Spanish Scutari unit. See if we can't disrupt it and basically weaken it before we fight it ourselves. 90, come on, there's one Spanish Scutari just dropping. He clearly was not in the best state. And actually, this charge would work out well for us if the enemy stays put. Well, things just got a little interesting, guys. And as you can see, the enemy is at 49% the amount of men that have retreated, essentially, from their particular lines. Let's go ahead and charge here. They're going to evade, but hopefully we'll catch one of them. And yes, we are charging the enemy missile units with our warband. They did hold firm, but it's good to see that our guys are still in the fight and still just as vicious as ever. We could actually do a pretty good charge here against this Spanish Scutari unit, but I'm going to avoid that. I want to get away from these guys and see if we can't get behind another enemy unit. You also might notice that the flags are tattered on this unit, so Candelo has unfortunately been in a lot of fights, and they haven't all gone the way that they were planned. Now, I think I'm going to put these mercenary hoplites right here in front of the enemy cavalry unit. Ildutas, son of Kaliotin. Pretty sure we've done everything we can, but I always like to just check around, and there we go. Sure enough, we've got some units here that could get back to the field and possibly start taking out some of the enemy units here that have been rallying. The same is true for our elephant. We can turn around and start heading back to the field, and I hope that they are lucky enough to get an attack here. In the meantime, we'll end the turn and turn it over to the Spaniards. And look at all the bodies on that field. That is amazing. Some of the enemy units have rallied, as you can see there, guys. That's not good for us. Well, dispersals for the enemy are always good. There we go, 85, and the enemy unit auto-broke. That is great, but unfortunately so did our missile unit. And now we actually have more men retreating than the enemy. See how things can change that quickly in this game? That's just the way it is. So let's hope that we can come out of this on top. As you can see, breaking yet another unit. And now they're moving forward with all of these missile units. We tried to destroy these in the first parts of the battle. And by the way, if you haven't seen those guys, please go check them out. It really helps the channel when you see the entire series. And this is no exception. We have got to try to pull a victory out of this, but I'm not surprised that we're not. Put it that way. 160, there we go. Broke another enemy unit with Hannibal. And hopefully Hannibal himself can win this battle for us. That would be incredible. We just disrupted one of the enemy units there, and let's see if we can break this one. 165, and they broke! Look at that, guys. Now the Spanish are at 52%. We also disrupted an enemy unit. Things just got very interesting. So, what to do with a disrupted unit? Well, generally with a disrupted missile unit, I actually charge it. And I got that suggestion from Richard Bodley Scott, the creator of the series. And that tends to work pretty damn well, believe it or not, charging a light javelin unit like this. Of course, we're not in that position, so I think the next best thing is we just try to do as much damage as we can to either this unit or also the Scutati unit. Right now, I'm a little more afraid of the Scutati unit, so let's try and hit him with as much damage as possible. And actually, I should have stayed put there. I learned my lesson. And of course, we're going to charge with our warband here, guys. 75, hitting those Spanish Scutati once again. I'm going to keep moving southwards with my cavalry because they just can't take on this many enemies. And they're not going to hit that guy either, so let's see if we can get past them. And no, once again, the charge would not go well in that particular instance. So I think we're better off just hanging back and hoping for the best. That's really all we can do. Over here, what about this? Could we charge these guys? Once again, it's a risk. Risk I'm willing to take. And we actually managed to make them fall back. Look at that. One of the dead horsemen on the field. That's good. Always a good thing to see. We're going to go ahead and try to attack with Hannibal here. This would be a definite win if we get an impact. They've fragmented. Hopefully, we can break them very soon. So I'm already moving this elephant into position to possibly break that unit. Let's see. And he's broken. We're also trampling the Spanish there terribly, and I'm sure that's going to be a lot of damage. But let's end the turn, turn it over to the Spanish, and hope that they're somewhat merciful, because we need to come out of this on top. Let's end the turn. Governor difficulty, guys, remember. Good to see that some of our units can still evade, but they can also still fire at that African spearman unit with no response whatsoever from our men, and they're charging our spears here. Once again, we managed to make them fall back. I like that our spearmen are holding on pretty well, but I'd also like to rout the rest of these enemy units. Remember, guys, we just need to get that to 60%, and we win automatically. And we just got closer ourselves to 60%. Here we go, guys. This is the important fight right here. 80, not bad at all. And we could also go ahead. We're going to keep charging. A flank charge on this enemy. There we go. Disrupted. And they've broken. That's exactly what we wanted. And now we want to try to bring this cavalry around. Actually, I probably should have brought them around before. I kind of got the feeling that I was going to try to attack this unit, but we seem a little too far away from it to do any damage. What about charging here? Nope. Try to do the next best thing. And I think the next best thing is doing as much damage as we can to this unit here. .45. We're not going to charge downhill, so we'll just stay on top of the hill. And of course, I'm going to turn my elephant towards the enemy. We'll take this elephant. We'll turn towards the enemy as well. We're going towards these guys and hopefully beating them here. Keep on going. How's Hannibal? Where is he? Hannibal's over here chasing the enemy down. And I believe we've moved everybody. I mean, it's amazing how many of our men have died during this fight. But that's the way it is, I suppose. I guess we're just going to have to stay put. Or we could try to get lucky against the enemy, but this guy's just going to flank attack us. So I'm holding on for now and ending the turn. Holding on for dear life, as they say. 220, enemy disrupted. They're pushed back. Of course, our warband is going to carry out the attack. And hopefully this is where they can actually manage to destroy the enemy. Now, I do see some units rallying, but these are all units that were already in the fight and were just a little disrupted. So if that continues, we should be doing all right. It really depends on a lot, though. I mean, we are down to the very last part of this battle, guys, without a doubt. Good work, Spearmen. All we need them to do right now is hold their position, so they're actually doing an extraordinary job. I'm happy with them. Come on, boys. That's going to be, oh, so close to a break. It's a fragmentation, guys. I'm going to try to get the break. Boom! That's a break. They're going to rout, and look at those bodies on the field. And the Spanish are at 60%. I believe that is a victory. There's a big if here. If we manage to hold on to that 60%. Remember, they could rally, they could do all sorts of different things. So we're going to try to dissuade them from doing that by running down any units that are right now retreating. 100 Carthaginian slaves, as far as I can tell. Alright, now this guy is almost totally wiped out. So I'm actually going to move here. I'm going to try to knock him out completely and use our elephants to finish him off. Look at that, one of them just fell down immediately. So he's evading, and our elephant can't get close enough to do anything, so all we can do is just keep on chasing these guys, and that's a rear attack. Enemy disrupted. He held firm, but I don't think he's going to hold firm for much longer. This could be victory to Carthage, guys, but it's still too early to tell. The fact is, this is a powerful enemy, a lot more powerful than we gave them credit for, and a lot could still happen here. So let's end the turn. See, that's what we didn't want to see. The enemy just rallied there, and that ruined a lot. It could ruin everything. We'll have to wait and see. When the units disperse, that's a great sign. The fact that they're rallying and stuff, that's a terrible sign. We've got to break these guys en masse so that they don't rally the next turn. Hold on, boys. At this point, the javelin men are fighting each other. It's gotten down to that. I mean, it's such a bloody fight, without a doubt. Another charge there by the enemy cav. And I'm really surprised by our African spearmen holding strong, but I'm glad that they are. We need them desperately here. They could easily be finished off by this next volley, but I hope that they hold on just a little bit longer. Come on, boys. Have faith. All right, let's see. We might be able to charge here, guys. We're going to go for it. Impact charge. 35. That's not that good, honestly. Now, let's see. We could probably charge here for 92% damage. They held firm. That's not what we were looking for. We were looking for them to completely break. So we're actually going to impact charge the Spanish Scutari. The reason being, they're going to stay put. And if we're lucky, we can get a flank charge here. Yes, we can with our African spearmen, just the few we have left. And apparently it wasn't strong enough to break them, but we did a lot of damage here. They were fragmented, they're damaged, and they're going to have to do something about this. Let's turn this this warband around, and let's see what we can do on this front. So actually we could get a decent charge with Hannibal himself, and I think at this point we need him to attack, try and pull a victory out of this somehow. 45, damn it, that's not good. He's falling back from Hannibal. We can't have that. That's unacceptable. Running away from your general is not allowed. Yeah, why not? Alright, guys, let's hope for a miracle here. We certainly need it. Alright, that's going to be our guys fragmenting, of course, and at this point, it's really down to just individual fights. And that's a flank attack. That could break the spearmen. As you can see, they're going to charge our flank as well. I'm amazed at how strong our spearmen are. I mean, right now, they're basically the heroes of the battlefield. They've really managed a lot. But I don't know how much longer that can go on for. We'll have to wait and see. Nice! Wow, look at that, guys. The African spearmen did break the enemy. Enemy is disrupted, and I hope we hit them here. Another enemy unit broken, 62%. Enemies fragmented. Wow, this could be an amazing victory, guys. Without a doubt, the most amazing we've had. That's another enemy unit break. All it takes is one, and the enemy has lost heart. We are victorious. Take a look at the casualties here, guys. The enemy killed 7,970 were killed on the enemy side. 2,310 were killed on our side. And of course, we took a ton of prisoners here, which we can add to the Carthaginian war chest. The council will be pleased. Let's close and see what's coming up next. So now we have to decide the next part of the campaign. And you successfully achieve the victory conditions, blah, blah, blah. So now you are at war with Rome. Your plan is to lead your army through Spain, through Gaul, etc. Okay, so now a Volcae, a pro-Roman Gallic tribe, are stopping our passage. So we're absolutely going to offer battle. Why not? And we'll go ahead and see what happens. Apparently we have to detach some of these field garrisons. There's just too many of them. So let's take a look here. I think we can get rid of some African spearmen, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through this. I will, however, would, however, love to hear your opinions, what you thought of the series, etc. And let me know, guys, if you would like to see more. Thanks so much. Take care, and have an awesome, awesome day. And yes, I am just taking 2 elephants. I think 3 is pushing it. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens.